Welcome back. Well, today we have a little bit of a mixed bag, a couple of things going on. One, I promised you a shopping video and we're going to get that started. And two, I thought we would talk about the new giveaway program because everyone who commented on the last video seemed to think it was a good idea. So let's make it happen when we come back. Well, I figure the first thing we should do is get into the shopping video, do a little bit of that because I did promise you a shopping video. We're not going to be able to do the whole thing. I spent almost $100 at Bedford, but there's no way I was ever going to be able to do all of that in one video, even if I didn't want to talk about the new giveaway. So please don't feel cheated. It was going to have to be multiple videos regardless. I thought I would just take it in chronological order. In other words, start off with the first thing that caught my eye, move on to the second. The first thing that caught my eye was a Lusterware teapot, so let's take a look. Well, I just barely got into Bedford and saw this. This is a beautiful Lusterware teapot with a bird. Slide in, take a look at the price. Very, very nice. That is going to go over to my little pile. When I brought that teapot home, I went on eBay and took a look at what Japanese Lusterware teapots as orphan pieces are selling for, because I wanted to be able to give you a nice, accurate figure. Now, I went after that teapot because it's Japanese Lusterware, but also because of the bird. Bird items sell. I don't know what it is about birds. People like them. So, eBay sold listings for orphan teapots, and that is a teapot by itself that is not associated with a particular china pattern or a particular manufacturer. And I was looking at Japanese because I believe this teapot is Japanese. It's not marked, but it has a red ink that had obviously been some kind of marking. And Japanese pieces were not infrequently marked in red, whereas German and Czech Lusterware, and those are the other two big manufacturers, were generally not marked in red. Some pieces were, but it wasn't as common. So I'm thinking that is Japanese. Besides, the style looks Japanese. So I'm finding that orphan teapots, especially of this size, this was a large size teapot, can go for as much as $25 just as orphan teapots, with another $10 to $12 in shipping. So, and mind you, there are teapots that sell for less. Obviously, there are a lot of things that sell for less. But I also noticed that about half of the teapots that hit that $25 mark were, in fact, teapots with bird designs on them. So, yeah, teapots with birds are a thing. Who knew? So, I think that one was a good buy. I don't think I'll have any trouble getting rid of it. I'm certainly not going to charge the eBay prices, but, still going to be able to get rid of it. It's going to go into my shop. It's going to sell, and that's what matters. The next thing I noticed, and by the way, after I picked up the teapot, I immediately went up to the second floor because I got to Bedford as they just opened the doors, so I was the only person. I was the only person in sight, perhaps not in the entire store because it's very large, 2 stories, so I didn't have to wear a mask. And that's their rule. If nobody's around you, don't wear a mask. This was a very good thing because my bag started getting very heavy very quickly because I was loading it up. The next thing I noticed that caught my eye was a set of Art Moderne salt and pepper shakers that I did not buy. And the reason I did not buy them is I have a set almost identical. So let's take a look. This is a set of Art Moderne salt and pepper shakers that's almost identical to a set I came across and kept for myself. However, let's take a look at this. See if we can get that in. $18. I'm not saying the set is not worth $18, and frankly, if I didn't already have my own set, I would consider it worth it to take home with me. But for resale, I'm afraid the price is just a little too high, although it is a sweet set. Well, for $18, if I wanted them, and I kind of think I do, that's not a bad price. But I consider that to be pretty much full retail for these pieces. So I decided it wasn't something I was going to buy. And then I came home and I looked at my salt and pepper shakers, which are almost identical, exactly the same shape. In other words, the shakers themselves are the same. The floral designs on them are different. And I thought, gee, I think I like those better. Now, the good news for me is that at $18, they're probably not going to get snapped up quickly, even though they are Art Moderne, which is very collectible. So they'll probably be there when I go back, especially since Bedford has salt and pepper shakers absolutely everywhere. You know, if someone wants a nice set of salt and pepper shakers, they're going to be able to find something less expensive. So all I have to worry about is another serious Art Moderne collector. But I do think I like them better than mine, and I'm starting to feel very much like a hoarder when I say things like that. Oops. Okay, the next thing that I found, and this was up on the second floor, was a Geisha-ware trinket box. So let's take a peek at this. I just came across this interesting little piece. It's some sort of canister, possibly even a sugar bowl. My first thought was, oh, Geisha-ware, but there are no geishas. Nevertheless, it is still Geisha-ware. It's still that same style. And here is our price tag. So it is coming with me because there are people who collect this, and this is actually a nice piece. Now I'm calling this a trinket box. It might actually be a sugar bowl. It could be a tea canister. It's a good size, and it's not the classic Geisha-ware with the geishas on it, but it's that same style in the chrysanthemum pattern. Now, this is definitely Japanese, even though these pieces were not marked. It's a very nice piece. The condition is good, and the execution is really good on this. So, again, I was thinking, you know, Geisha-ware it has a collector's market. So when I can find something at a good price, especially when it's well executed, it's worth the time it takes to grab it and take it home. And this was one such piece. I went on eBay to see what Geisha-ware was doing, and The prices in general are not high. It's what I would have expected. Jocelyn's prices are high. She will get more money for her pieces because, of course, people have, the thrill of the hunt. They'll watch the videos. They'll watch her buy it. They'll watch the haul videos, and they become attached to the pieces through that process. So she's getting good prices. In general, they're not selling for really high prices, but I think this piece, especially because it's the chrysanthemum pattern, and because the condition and the execution are so good, I think that was probably a pretty good buy. So let's see what's next on my list. Brown stoneware teapot. Let's take a look at this. This was also second floor at Medford.
Well, here's a piece of the sort that I don't usually take much of an interest in. It's a beautiful old teapot, very, very heavy, very rustic looking, that sort of American country look. It's lovely. There are a couple of nicks and dings on the lid. Let me see if I can find them for you. Yeah, right in here. The best way to do this is just run a finger across. If it's rough, it's a nick. If it's smooth, see, this one is a nick. If it's smooth, like this one, that's just an area where the glaze didn't cover. And we've got another little nick over here. The teapot is $2. Here's our price tag. So that is going in my bag too.
Now, as you saw in the film, there's some nicks on the lid, more like scuffs than nicks on the lid. I wasn't too worried about that because otherwise the piece is in really good condition. And it's heavy, massively heavy. This is like 2.5 pounds, as opposed to the other teapot, the first one I saw, which is a little over 1 pound. So very, very heavy. Brown stoneware teapot, nice shape, nicely glazed, sort of a rustic kind of piece. Interestingly enough, I went on eBay and priced those. They are going for a lot more than the Lusterware pieces. In general, a piece like that on eBay can expect to start at about $30, $35. So, for some reason, the simpler brown stoneware with the monochromatic glaze, seems to be more desirable. So this is good. Glad I grabbed it. And I don't think the scuffed lid is really going to be that much of a problem. So, let's see what else is on our agenda. Yes, I took a look at Polish pottery. This is really becoming a thing. So, let's take a look.
Not too long ago, I got a question from one of our viewers about Polish pottery. And that's what this is. It's beautiful, it's bright, it's lively. It's got a very distinctive handcrafted look to it. Most of these pieces are reasonably affordable. We've got a little salt shaker for $5. Very pretty pieces. The question is, what is it worth? And the easy answer, which is probably not going to be very satisfying, is it's worth what people are willing to pay for it. This is not pottery that has an antique value. It just depends. Do you need a beautiful soup tureen? Look at the size of this. If you need a soup tureen, wow, this is a pretty piece. In terms of collection, if you can get it inexpensively, if you can get some older pieces, go for it. These pieces are not old, they're not especially collectible, but again, you know, do you need a teapot? That's a lovely piece. Do you need a coffee cup? Again, lovely.
Well, as I mentioned while I was filming it, I got a question on one of my videos from one of our viewers about Polish pottery, and I started doing some research. I know about Polish pottery, but not contemporary Polish pottery. In general, contemporary is not my thing. I want it to be at least 50 years old. But contemporary Polish pottery is huge right now. I was stunned by the incredible volume of resources showing up for this. It's just become this massively big collectible right now. So I was glad to have an opportunity, just for educational purposes, to show you what they look like. These are things, it's modern, recent, it's not vintage pieces we're talking about, being made currently that people are collecting. They're finding this very, very interesting. So keep your eyes open. Now you know what to look for. There is a market for it, even new. So pays to keep aware of the current trends. Let's see, what else? Oh, yes. All right. The next piece was a vase, or urn, really, that had a lot of weight to it, nicely designed, nicely executed. They were asking $25 for it. Not a good buy. Let's take a look at this because I'll explain why.
This piece is from the same shop as the Polish pottery, and it's unmarked. They're asking $25 for it. It's a very heavy piece, and this is the kind of piece that people are often inclined to purchase. Let me put it that way. I don't want to say tricked into buying, but people are inclined to purchase pieces like this because they appear older and more valuable than they really are. In reality, that piece probably came from a place like Pier One. And it probably came from a place like Pier One maybe 20 years ago. Not old, not valuable, it's a nice decorative piece. Is it worth $25? Not a chance, especially not considering all the great pieces we are surrounded by in here.
Now you have to be careful of pieces like this because high-end retailers, which basically is, not Kmart, will often put a lot of time and effort into designing their repro pieces. You can really get sucked in. You look at it, it's got weight, it's got a nice antique look. That vase was probably a Pier One piece. So it's something that is just it's not a piece you want to pick up unless you just happen to want it for yourself. And if you do, you want to get it for less than $25 because basically you're buying a modern used item, in which case you shouldn't be paying as much for it as you would have paid for it when it was brand new. The next piece that caught my eye was a very pretty Lusterware plate. Again, birds. Birds are hot. So let's take a look at this. I did not buy this piece, by the way.
Well, this is a beautiful plate. Lusterware, It's got a bird in the center and these relief images, because this is sort of where the design is blacked out of the Lusterware, are also birds. Very interesting piece. Very nice. My first thought was that's got to be Czech Lusterware, but it's actually Mark Thompson on the back, which would suggest either US or British. At $9, I'm not sure I could really turn a profit on it. It's unfortunate because it's a gorgeous piece.
I thought it was just a wonderful plate. Maybe I'll go back for it. I don't know. I do like it. But again, price point was just a little too high. However, the next piece wasn't. So let's take a look at this. This is a yellowware bowl, a very sort of rustic piece, not fine porcelain. It's stoneware. So here we go.
Well, let's look at this. This is a beautiful old bowl. It's a mixing bowl. We're probably about 6 inches tall. I'm going to guess about 9 inches across. It's old, it's heavy, and the condition is really outstanding. So, $19.50. I think it's going to have to come home with me.
Now, for me, there is something incredibly charming about pieces like that. If I can pick them up inexpensively and they're in good condition, I will grab them. And I did grab this one. But let me show you a comparison piece. As I was leaving the shop, I found another yellowware bowl, slightly more decorative, but a lot more expensive. So let's take a look.
I thought we would take a look at a bowl rather similar to the one I picked up just a few minutes ago. This bowl is also yellowware. It's a little more decorative, $50. These things are pricey.
Now, this second Lusterware bowl, which was just a comparison piece, I'm not buying a $50, I'm sorry, I said Lusterware, it's yellowware. I'm not buying a $50 yellowware bowl. Certainly not when I can get another one for less than half the price. But it does show you what they are going for. And again, I checked eBay's pricing on this, and that's about accurate. They are starting at over $30, so the one that I picked up was a good buy. All right, so that is the shopping portion of this video. There is more to come. But I thought we would finish up by taking some time and talking about the new giveaway scheme. Twofold. One, it's going to put a giveaway in the hands of our viewers, and this is great. Two, it's going to provide some exposure for some of our viewers and subscribers who are craftspeople or thrifters who are opening eBay and Etsy shops, haven't gotten much traffic. And the response to this when I threw this out in the last video was absolutely positive. There are no dissenting voices. Everybody seemed to think this was a great idea. So let's talk about how this will work for you if you have a shop on Etsy, if you are selling on eBay, whatever. If you want some traffic through your online platform, whatever it is. What will happen is you will leave a comment on this video saying giveaway. Giveaway needs to be the first word so that everybody knows, because what you do after that is just very briefly state what it is you do. For example, I have an Etsy shop. I specialize in handmade wreaths. I would be offering a wreath as a giveaway. Doesn't have to be any fancier than that. And everybody else, cast your vote. Leave a comment under that comment, a reply comment. Say, I like this idea. And I will go through and I'll pick a few of the shops or eBay stores that have the most positive response, and we will get in touch. I will get in touch with the vendor. We will work out the terms of the giveaway, and we will go forward with it. And what will happen is, in order to enter the giveaway, you will go to that vendor's shop and enter the giveaway with them. So, if you want to participate as a vendor offering a giveaway, what you need to do is be prepared to offer one of your items as a giveaway. You decide which item. It has to be family friendly. Obviously, we don't want anything that our littlest subscriber wouldn't want to play with. In other words, nothing dicey. It's got to be family friendly. But by that, I don't mean that it has to be a children's product. It just can't be bullets for your gun. I mean, let me just say it right out, nothing like that. Can't be pornographic in nature. We all need to use our common sense. So that's rule number 1. Rule number 2 is you're going to have to be prepared, in addition to dealing with the traffic that goes through your shop. So if people go from this channel to your shop, you need to make a commitment. If they have questions, you need to respond. You need to give them high-level customer service. Remember, this is part of our own community. We need to take care of our own. And you need to be willing to accept their giveaway entries, which they will do through emailing through your shop. They will be going to you. That's your guarantee that anybody entering the giveaway has, in fact, actually visited your shop, because they're going to have to contact you through your shop. Because I want to make sure, if you are donating something as a giveaway, that you're getting something back. And that is increased traffic through your shop, through your Etsy store, through your eBay listings, whatever. So, if you can do this, come up with a giveaway item, deal with people who might be asking questions, and handle the email volume for the giveaway. You're going to be taking care of the entrance. You'll be handling that part of it. And then when the giveaway period ends, what will happen is you will pick, let's say, 6 or 8 potential winners. You send them to me. I'll let Audie pick the winner. And that way, you have the guarantee that the people who have entered the contest that will be getting your item have actually visited your shop. They've made personal contact with you as a potential customer. So, I think we could do something with this. All right. When the giveaway actually takes place, I'll give you all the details, so that if you want to enter to receive the giveaway, you'll have all the information you need. Right now, I am putting it out to the vendors. If you like this, if this sounds like something you could deal with, leave a comment on this video. Giveaway. Tell me a little something about your shop, what it is you sell. Is it handcrafted? Is it thrifted? And it's not going to be bullets for the gun. And we'll go from there. The rest of you, take a look at those things. Where it says giveaway, take a look, leave a reply. I like the sound of this. And we'll go from there. Oh, and by the way, when I say leave a reply, I mean leave a positive reply. If it's something that you absolutely loathe, if you happen to be one of those people who just can't stand the idea of a Christmas tree, please don't say anything. Just don't make a response at all. Because I don't want this to turn into something, negative. Obviously, again, this is part of our community, so let us be kind. Positive comments only. I like the sound of this. By the way, you can comment as many times as you want. If we end up with 500 people saying, I want to offer this or that as a giveaway, and you like all 500 of them, you reply, because there's no limit on this. It's not like there's only ever going to be one giveaway for the rest of our lives. We can actually deal with a lot of this. So there we go. I will see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday project video. The follow-up on the rest of the shopping video will be Monday. I'm scrambling around thinking I want to finish the shopping video, but I've got an incredible amount of landscaping footage for you too. So I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great day.